We welcome all of you to Nissan Stadium on the banks of the Cumberland River in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Tennessee Titans. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A huge play there right off the bat. 73 yards. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Titans take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. And this is good. Our score, 7-0 Tennessee.
Makes the score Titans 7, Raiders 0.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Try and start this drive in the air. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. The first carry for the former Nittany Lion. This is Saquon Barkley. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39.
He's brought down.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now Saquon Barkley, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The ball carrier.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
The pass.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You circle the Pro Bowl. Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. That's because of catches like that. That's why.
And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
2nd down.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. 4th down now as the Titans defense holds up in coverage.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll set up a throw. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Every play is supposed to get a player's best effort. But on 4th down, that really increases the stakes, doesn't it? What about that catch?
Heck of an effort picking up the first.
And now that team has to be motivated going forward. They just saw a great effort there. They want to make sure it pays off.
His throw caught right around the 6. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Pickup of 2.
Back to throw here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
A run there with Henry as he gets forward only for about 3. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that field like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Flush to his right.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Going right side here, and that's complete. And he will have a Titans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down. Final 30 seconds of this 1st quarter, and it's been a quarter dominated by the guys with the football. To throw is Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, That's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
14. Raiders, nothing.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. 2nd interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question, because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
Raiders 5-yard line.
Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all know how much running backs love getting the ball down near the goal line. They think they're going to find a way into the end zone. He hasn't had that kind of luck so far. Ends up not getting in on the last 2 carries. You know he's going to be upset about a missed opportunity.
3rd and goal, Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
No coverage bust by the defense here. They did a nice job accounting for everybody, and that led to an incompletion.
Down and goal.
Now Aldrick Rosas for the field goal attempt from the right hash, and this one just a chip him. Rosas' kick is good, and the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Got it open man, it's Ruggs. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
1st down, Raiders.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And this Tennessee defense for the second straight play gets him behind the line. They're not messing around. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Rosas lining up for the extra point.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you have that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. And he is going to get this close to the 1st down markers. He's brought down at the Titans' 15-yard line. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders.
Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders get a score closer.
His kick is
And he knocks it through.
Makes the score Titans 24, Raiders 7.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Jackson eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Pulled in at the 24. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. So his struggle is just continuing here in the first half, throwing the football. Charles, now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
And he's going to score. It's a Titans touchdown. Just a great individual effort there to take that pop pass and scamper off into the end zone.
And that's why offenses love that play partner, because that gives them a chance to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers with a full head of steam behind them. It's often like a track relay. Legs 2, 3, and 4. That first guy steaming ahead, and he just hands it to you, and you get a chance to take off and go before you even get the baton.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half. A first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think that his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today? Picked off at the 38. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. Second and 7, operating from the 34. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run it and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. And this one is right down the middle. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the third quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 33. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
They'll try and get this run game going. This is Barkley. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Rashaan Evans on the tackle.
Now this pass into the hands of Saquon Barkley. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you've got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped to pick up the first. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. And the lead is down to 20.
The kick is good. Makes the score Titans 34, Raiders 14. Daniel Carlson to kick.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They coming off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball. That cut down the lead. Now the defense does their part, got them the football back.
So now maybe with the touchdown they scored previously, plus their defense making that.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 28. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Play action. Now Jackson. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. That's going to be caught. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the interception by the Titans D leads to a touchdown. Rosas now to add the PAT. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Titans 41, Raiders 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Escaping the pressure right. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 42. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
1 yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
Play action. It's Jackson rolling to his right. Got a man. That's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
8-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there, and if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Now Jackson going to throw on 3rd and goal. The ball comes out. A big loss on the play. That's the bad news. A consolation, they keep the football. Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
In the offense, they're living right now. Another bounce and break that goes their way. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Raiders.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. Buying time to his left. Reception here by Ruggs. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And the Raiders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. So 2nd and goal, and standing by himself in the backfield, Barkley.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Henry Ruggs, touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Now that shaves a bit off the lead. It's now a 23-point game.
Titans 44, Raiders 21. Daniel Carlson.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship following that 2-game losing streak. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
To number 80.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
33-yard line.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 29-yard line.
Shut up! 52's the mic, boys. 52. Don't get nervous. Ready? Some motion. Shut. Ready? Press up.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Brett Kern now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off near the 34. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
Today's final score, Titans 41.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tennessee, they continue to put themselves in position for a first-round bye as they move to 8-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Denver Broncos. Meanwhile, for Las Vegas, they come back to the pack a bit as their record falls to 7-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.